Good evening and welcome to Mid-Valley Bible Church's Sunday night virtual prayer meeting. My name's Doug Hornock and I'm the pastor at Mid-Valley, and I hope you had a good Lord's Day. We here at Mid-Valley, because of the COVID-19 quarantine, lockdown, stay at home, house arrest order, call it whatever you want, are unable to get together for prayer during this time of need. And so we've decided to do what I hope will be the next best thing. And that is for us to get together by means of these videos and pray for the needs of our church family and also for our nation. And again, I hope you had a good Lord's Day. I know this is a bit unusual, but these are unusual times. And I honestly can't think of a better way for a Sunday to come to an end than for us to gather together for prayer. And we do so because we believe in the power of prayer. I mentioned this morning in my message about Caleb that we need to be reminded that we serve a big God, a big, loving, caring, compassionate God who hears and answers our prayers, a God that we can come to with big, bold requests. We can ask Him to do the impossible and the supernatural. Friend, our God is bigger and greater than we could ever imagine, and we need to keep our eye on God and not on our problems. And so we need to come and ask Him to work. God says in Jeremiah 33, "Thus says the Lord who made the earth, the Lord who formed it and established it. The Lord is His name. Call to me, and I will answer you, and will tell you great and hidden things that you have not known." God says, I want you to come and believe that I will work. Now, sadly, not all Christians have that belief. They say they believe in prayer, but in reality, they simply go through the motions. I remember reading about a pastor who asked his church to pray that God would shut down a neighborhood bar. He saw that bar as a bad influence in the community, and it probably was. And so the entire church gathered for evening prayer meetings, and they were going to do so till the bar was gone. So they got together and they pled with God to rid the neighborhood of the evils of that bar. And they continued to meet week after week, beseeching for God to take away that bar. Well, a few weeks after their prayer meetings began, lightning struck the bar and it burned to the ground. It was a total loss. Well, the bar owner heard about the church's prayer crusade and hired a lawyer to sue the church for the destruction of his property. When the court date finally arrived, the bar owner and his lawyer passionately argued that God, in answer to these people's prayers, struck his bar with lightning and destroyed it. It put him out of business. And in response, the pastor backtracked. He brushed off the accusations, and while he admitted that, yes, the church had prayed, he also said that no one in his congregation really expected anything to happen. Well, the judge, upon hearing all this, leaned back in his chair with a mix of amusement and perplexity on his face, and he finally spoke. "I can't believe what I'm hearing. Right in front of me is a bar owner who believes in the power of prayer and a preacher who doesn't." Now, I'm not sure if that story is true or not, but it does illustrate the attitude of many. When it comes to the matter of prayer, many Christians say they believe in God, but they seldom, if ever, pray. And some say they believe in prayer, but they really don't expect anything to change in response to their prayers. That's why I'm grateful for each of you who are joining us tonight, because you believe in prayer. I, by nature, am an optimistic, hopeful, positive person, in part because I believe in prayer. Through the years, I've seen God work, and I've seen Him answer prayers, and I truly believe with all of my heart that God is going to do great things in response to our prayers. And so with that in mind, let's now go to prayer as God's people.